Hi, I'm Eric with Simply Elegant Home Cooking. Today I'm going to show you my version of a very decadent French toast. The way that I make this is really good with a crispy exterior, but a nice custardy interior. Flavor is great. I'm going to show you some tips to avoid common pitfalls when making French toast. Stick around, you don't want to miss it. One of the most important elements of making a great French toast is to use the right kind of bread. You want to make sure to get a thickly cut, dense piece of bread, such as challah bread, or in this case, I'm using brioche. This is my personal favorite, and you want to be sure that the bread's dried out. You have a couple options for that. You can either buy it several days ahead of time, or if that's not possible, you can just put it in a 300-degree oven for about 8 minutes on each side. And once you have your bread dried out, there's one more step you can take to ensure that that custard is going to really absorb into the bread, and that's to use either a fork or a knife and just pierce the bread a couple of times on each side. That's just going to help the custard really sink in there. So you just want to stab it a few times like that. And I'm going to flip it over and hit the other side as well. So now that our bread's ready, we can begin the rest of the prep. I've begun preheating an oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit because I like to fry my French toast in the pan and then finish by baking it in the oven. And we can also make the custard. So what you want to do, you want to crack 2 eggs into a large bowl like this. To those eggs, I'm going to add half a cup of half and half. Now you could also use whole milk, but I wouldn't go any lower than that. You want some, some significant amount of fat in the milk. You want to add just a pinch of salt. That's really important for the flavor. A lot of people skip that step, but that's really going to enhance this. And next we want to add some type of sweetener. Now I'm using honey today, but you could also use just regular white sugar. And I'm going to put in about 2 tablespoons. So you want to put in 2 tablespoons of either sugar or honey. I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. This is optional, but if you have it, I would throw in just a pinch of nutmeg. And finally, about a half teaspoon of vanilla extract. So that's all the ingredients that we'll need for our French toast custard. Now the next step, you want to be sure to whisk this really well. You want to make sure everything is evenly incorporated. So, it's very important just to do this for a couple of minutes. You'll notice all those spices are on the top. As you go and you scrape those sides, it's eventually going to incorporate into more of a homogeneous mixture. So we'll check back in a few once I've got this thoroughly whisked. And that's how you want it to look after whisking. And what you want to do next, you want to pour the custard into some type of large flat plate like this. That'll be good for dipping. And at this point, I'm going to turn on my skillet. I'm going to begin preheating a large skillet between medium and medium low is the heat that I like to use. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 pieces of the brioche bread and set them in there, give them just a little gentle press down, and we're going to let them sit for about 1 minute before we flip them. And after a minute, we will give these a flip. And then after a minute on that second side, I am going to just take these off and set them on a clean plate. You want to let as much of that custard drip down as you can. And we're going to set them on a clean plate. And here they are. We're going to just let them sit on this plate for about another 2 or 3 minutes until that skillet comes up to full heat. And now our pan is up to temperature. I should just note, the reason we let that bread sit, it's just really important to let that custard permeate into the center of the bread to get that nice custardy consistency that is so good in French toast. So now what we want to do, we want to add just a very small amount of neutral flavored oil. And to that, we're going to add about half a tablespoon of butter. And we just want to melt that. And once the butter is melted, we can just gently lay in our French toast. And we're going to let that fry for about 2.5 to 3 minutes on each side. And now a couple minutes in, we're ready to give the French toast a flip. And that second side can cook a little quicker, so it's always a good idea to just check on it. That looks good. And what I did was to set the French toast aside on a wired baking rack. Now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to wipe out that skillet. We want to get rid of any of that brown butter. And then I'm going to add new butter and oil, and I'll repeat the process for the other two pieces of the bread. Okay, and these other pieces turned out really pretty looking. So I've got that 350-degree oven preheated. I'm going to just pop this in the oven for about 6 to 8 minutes. Okay, and here's our French toast ready to be served up. I like to go on with just a little bit of softened butter and then some real Vermont maple syrup. And we can garnish with some fresh berries. And just a very light dusting of confectioner's sugar. Just sift that on. That's all you need. Okay, here we go, and let's give this a little try. I like to get some of that berry along with it. So that just turned out so good. Really, really nice crispy edges, got perfect browning. But the interior, because we dried out that bread, it really allowed it to soak up that custard. Amazing consistency on the interior, and just really took it over the top with those spices, the cinnamon, the vanilla, the nutmeg. This was incredible. You've got to give this recipe a try. French toast on brioche bread. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Eric from Simply Elegant Home Cooking, and I'll see you again soon.